How you doing, Mike? This Pastor Summers. Money.
Pastor Summers,
Hey, how you doing?
how are you?
Oh, doing pretty good. And you?
I'm great, man.
Yeah, just waiting. So I understand we're supposed to be getting some good news about this app that's coming out, huh?
The capture page.
Did you already put it sign up for it?
Yeah, I've already loaded the capture page. Is
Yeah, right. That's what I'm talking about. The capture page. What's happening is I've been trying to get it in. They gave me these passwords and stuff, and I'm still not getting it for some reason or other. So
well, they didn't give me the password. It never emailed to me. So what I did, I went in there and reset it. So I just hit reset. It asks for the username, the one you created, or your email address, and then it will send you a link. And just click on that link and create your own password, and you're in.
well, that's what I've been trying to do is click that link so I could get in. But every time they give me a password, and I click that link, and it's just not working. I did it
You
several times.
tried you tried to reset it.
Yeah, I tried to reset it several times, but it was not working. So I guess
I only did it
what I'll
once.
do is I'll send you an email and you show me how to do it.
Yeah, I didn't get the email. I was waiting on the email, and last night I went in and just hit reset, and it sent me a link. I clicked that, and I create a new password, and that's how I got in it.
Okay, so that's what I got to do.
Yeah, if you want to log into the back office of it's called Two Ordinary Guys. If you want to log in there, so I don't know if it's that what you're trying to do, or you're trying to set up the capture page.
Well, I was trying to, actually, I was trying to get in so I could. set up the capture page. But
Oh, you don't have to get into set the capture page. You just take the link and add your username to the end of it.
oh, you take the link and add your username.
Yeah, and that's the capture page.
Oh, okay. So
That
that,
link in the email, just add your username after the equal sign.
okay. Well, let me get to
And
it.
then the two ordinary guys, when you go to log in, just hit reset, password reset, and create a new password.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it says two ordinary guys. Says
Mm-hmm.
it says reset your password. Okay, so I went there. This is where I'm at now.
You got your username or email.
Well, the thing is, what I'm doing now is putting the where it says the two ordinary guys and said now, okay, I said put your username or your email address on there.
So choose either one. Email is gonna email it to you. The
Okay,
same
so
email that you sign up with.
okay, I'll do that then. Yeah, because I was using I was doing I guess thought I was put my password in it, but I put the email address in there.
Then you check your email and you're gonna click on that link in the email and you're
Oh,
gonna ask you for the password and you put it in twice, the same thing twice.
okay, so it says okay, get your new password.
If you go to the email,
And
after
now I got to go to the email address. Okay, well, it haven't showed up yet, so
Thank you, guys.
hey Mike.
Hey, welcome to the call, guys. How y'all doing?
all right.
Thanks, Mike Irvin. Doing great. Happy Turkey Day, man.
I know, right? Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah.
I had
Everybody
to get
cool?
the rest of the computer from the kids, man.
All right.
See, I know you're gonna get it,
All right.
man. All right.
I got it.
You got
Okay.
it, Mike.
Okay,
All
hey
right,
guys,
Mike, I'm
welcome
sorry.
to the call.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Hey, Doc Malone, how's it going, man?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah.
So Bruce, how's it going, sir?
You're muted, Mr. Bruce. You're muted.
Say that again, Bruce.
No, happy Thanksgiving, Angelina.
Hey, Bruce. Happy
How you
Thanksgiving.
doing?
Yeah.
I knew you'd help Dwight solve it.
Oh, you're.
I knew you would.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
this is going to be a pretty quick call, but it's about two specific things. And I really need for Mike and Jeff and Angelina to be able to assist the team on everything we're doing with this capture page. And so we haven't had a lot of people to click or sign up for it yet, even though we delivered it to a lot of people. And I think some of the reason is because it's new, you know. And then, like myself, when I try to go click on it, I didn't get it done the first time. I had to ask Angelina. So it's supposed to be easy, but it wasn't. It wasn't intuitive. And so we're going to have to walk our teams through this thing because you know as well as I do that when we use this capture page, it is an enhancement to what we're doing. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got to get the team up on it. It's not going to do us any good if we don't get the team up on it, okay?
Gotcha.
So let me just talk a moment. Let Angelina talk a little bit about the capture page, and then I got a few things I want to share. Then we can be out of here. How do you get signed up for the capture page, Angelina?
Hi, everybody. Originally I sent out the instructions and a picture from MailChimp to for everyone to click on the picture, and that will lead to Two Ordinary Guys website to register for your marketing. Then I was talking to someone, a lady, and she needed help to guidance got her through it. And then I decided to mail it out again with better instructions. So to let everyone know that you need to click on the picture and it will lead you back. It will lead you to Two Ordinary Guys to register. And it was step-by-step instructions.
Absolutely get it.
And well, did y'all get it?
And understand it.
And understand it?
I just understood it.
Yeah, I mean, it was easy. What I didn't understand was I didn't get a password to log on.
Yeah,
That's the thing. That was my biggest issue.
But when you registered, it sent you a password, but it might have been not a password. It sent you a link to do your password, but it might have been in your spam folder. Because when I did mine and I was looking for it, I was like, okay, so where's the email? And it ended up being in my spam folder.
Okay, so I haven't checked my spam. So, but I'm good. Mike helped me, so I'm good.
Once I saw the reset button, man, that's like locking out of your bank account. You're gonna want to reset that password. I was like, okay, let's see what reset does.
Yeah.
So everyone can use that.
Jeff Cohen said he got it too. He typed in and said he got it. So that's what I'm asking you guys to do, to really, get yours up and running, and then really reach out to your 2 people or all the ones you invited, and be proactive. Because you know how it go. A lot of time our team won't. I know. A lot of the time our team won't, reach back out to us. So I'm asking us to be proactive and reach out to your team. Because I'm going to be doing a workshop on that when I get to Ohio tomorrow. And I'm going to be talking with Brett Mack's entire team for the weekend. And I'll be calling back to Angelina and all that stuff to make sure we're good. So please reach out and be proactive. Okay? All right. Can you pull up the wheel work thing again? Give me 1 more second. I want to share one more thing with you. Well, actually 2 more. Go to the most recent one. How the wheel works. Yeah, that's cool. Is that gonna be the best one?
Yeah.
Because sometimes we do it in PowerPoint, it's better or whatever. But okay, that's fine.
Well, it's a PDF.
Okay, so
they can't see it.
Okay. Let me know if you can see this shared screen image of the wheels. Y'all see that?
Yes. Yeah, I see this.
So watch this. These are the regular 4. Where's your mouse? Go down. This is our regular 4 wheels. Go back up. These are regular 4 slides on how the wheel works. Now, I'm going to be emphasizing this on our future Thursday calls every time, because knowledge of how the wheel works will help you to understand the 248. And man, the more and more that I get to coach and teach and mentor people on the 248, is just absolutely phenomenal. And people are really getting it. And it's everything. It reduces our amount of time, the amount of people, and it increases our ability to understand and to predict what's about to happen and our timeline for success and everything. So please, please, please implement the 248. So because of that, I put another slide on slide number 5. Go to slide number 5. So I'm a fan of the 1-page overview. So what you're going to have is the 4 slides on one side, which is the 4 steps on how the wheel works. And on the back of the 1-page overview will be this slide. You notice I took all the numbers out. I just got our 15 and the 5 and the 3 and then the 1. And that's just a consolidated version of the other 4 slides. So what I want to ask you guys now is, who is having any issues or concerns about how the wheel works? Is there anything that's kind of really holding you up about how we work in the 248?
Yeah. I pretty much got that.
Oh, well, if Pastor Summers got it, then we all good. Shoot, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're good.
We good, because I feel the same way as you do, Pastor Summers. but I know that we had some pretty good epiphanies throughout the team, man, and it's really encouraging. You know, even with some of the new people, like you know, Anita Hill. I'm all up in the political world. No, Anita King, that's our girl from Chicago who came here, relocated with us here. That's our new family member. Her and Emily, they're with Elder Lynette. But at any rate, though, she got it the other day, and right now she's 2 people away from archiving her first will, her $25 will. She's at 3 weeks onto the team, and the other 2 people, you know, one has broken off already to form her 2 wills, and one of those people already got 2 contributions, and the other one, Emily, which is her sister, she'll be breaking off once we get the last 2 people in position, you know, this weekend. And so in 30 days, and this is the point I want to make about this, you can have a very, very realistic expectation that 30 days or less is a good amount of time for somebody to archive their first will, the $25 will. That's very realistic, right, with your help, because we went through ups and downs and slowdowns and speed ups and setbacks, and you know, all the things happen within those 30 days, but yet and still the will will be archived in 30 days, and her 2 people will be sprung behind her, and now they'll be on track to archive their 2 wills, which means that the 4 people will be sprung from those 2 wills, those 4 wills will archive, and then finally the 8th. So the goal is to get your individual 15 people on your will, and then to help each one of those people archive their will. Once that's done, you're flying through all 9 levels. And it's a normal process for that to happen in 90 days or less, to have all 15 other wills archived. Because think about it, for the people to follow you onto the 50, that means they got contributions. So they're archiving their will. And for the 4 people to follow them, that means they got contributions. Therefore, they're archiving their will. And for the 8 people to follow you to the 50, that means they got contributions and they're archiving their will. So by the time you get to the $100 level, you definitely got 15 archived wills following behind you. And now it's time to go to the VIP level, come back into the 25, 50, and 100, and that's a $3,400 worth of donations coming to you, and your team is falling right behind you, so you knock that out in a matter of a week or so, because your team is right there behind you. Okay, so this is exciting. One more thing about the money, and then I'm gonna kind of close it out unless we got some questions. So I've been doing some crunching of the results of our system, and I've been doing some crunching and evaluating on the donations that we can have an expectation to receive. So when you're on the vehicle, 250, 500, and 1,000, right? That's normally a $14,000 donation phase. Phase 2, levels 4, 5, and 6. It's $14,000 in donations back to you. Well, because we come back in after we complete the 100, we come back in and complete after the 250, we come back in after 500, we come back in. $14,000 becomes $26,000. So the real donation amount that you're receiving is really not 14, it's 26. And your expectations of predictability are there because you form 15 archive wills that's following you through those 3 levels. Any questions about that before I give you the last 3 levels? Any questions about the VIP level, 250, 500, and 1,000, $26,000?
Well, just before you go to the VIP level, I got a question. Okay, now I'm on the $100 and the yellow, and I'm on the $100. I'm on the $50 and the yellow. Now, can I go like I want to go back to the $25 wheel on 2 $25 wheels? Can I do that?
Yeah, we're not advising that we go back to the 25 and the 50s and everything until you have completed your $100. So that's a change. We used to say complete 25, go to the 50, come back to the 100. I mean, I'm sorry, come back to the 25. I apologize.
Well, the reason why I asked that because it was happening. If I go back on the $25 wheel, I'm already on one. But what I do on the other one, what I do is it'll split the wheel for my wife. Then what that does is push you up to the 50.
Yeah, so it's really not you. It's one is you and one is your wife.
Yeah, well, all she needs is one place to split that wheel, so
Okay.
so she can get into the middle.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want that person to be you, right?
Okay.
Um, do the due diligence and find a new person. Use that capture page and pass it out. Go back to old people you talked to before, and all of that.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Don't go to
I'll
market.
just go. Yeah, I've already got something set up where I can do it. I'm doing a one-on-one on each one of them.
Okay, good. Let's do that. And then all of us had some wheels we had to clean up, but I want you to do the work to clean those wheels up, meaning that, get a pathway for people to go through the 25, 50, and 100 so they can go to the 250. Because, I mean, think about it. Nobody had it worse than Bruce. Bruce done recruited like 500 people personally, so he got wheels all over the place. And so we're trying to clean that up a little bit. I had to do a lot of cleaning up as well, but let me tell you, these new people coming on board, and once you clean it up, it's so streamlined. It's extremely efficient, and it's easily trackable, and it's predictable, and you just can anticipate what's going to happen next. And it's a beautiful thing. It really does do what we would expect it to do from a business coming together that had a lot of thought behind it, and that's exactly what we're creating. So do the best you can to clean up those previous wheels. And by the time you get established on the VIP level, just be prepared to rock and roll. So we know 250, 500, and 1,000 typically would be $14,000 if you only got 8 donations from all 3 levels. But because we come back in, you're creating 16 donations instead of 8, and so you get $26,000 instead of 14. So therefore, on levels 7, 8, and 9. 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. That is typically $136,000. But because we come back in after each level, it's actually $250,000 in donations. So it's a significant amount of money. And so, all of us that's on the VIP now, we'll be able to tell you what that looks like over the next 4 to 6 months. We'll tell you how we spent the money, and we'll tell you what we need to tell you to do to be prepared, because we about to get ours, right, Bruce?
Absolutely.
Right, Dr. Malone?
Absolutely.
So it's a significant amount of money. So I'm actually spending a lot of time really I have a big event to go to on Monday, talking with some pretty wealthy investors on the real estate side and from the city of San Antonio. It's a pretty big event. And I'm really going to be asking questions like, well, how do you spend cash? How do you manage and maintain and spend $100,000, a month and stuff like that? Because there's some things that we really don't know and that we've heard about or we speculated on, but all of us need to be proactively really looking for that answer. And so I would appreciate it if you do kind of deliberately look into that. Because we're talking about making a couple of $100,000 over the next 6 months. All of us, though, by the way. That's for all of us. So here's the last thing I'll say about this before I give you the final thoughts. Every single person gets to win. This 248 thing leaves nobody behind. When we come back into these wheels, because we got to come in somewhere, because everybody enters on the red. I got some philosophies and methodologies we're going to be talking about when it's appropriate, how we come back and rescue a wheel of 7 people and take those 7 people right up to the top, right with us. And it's going to be so simple, like everything else that we do. We try to do the minimum thing that we have to do to get the maximum result after. That is what this philosophy is about. How do we do the bare minimum to get the absolute maximum? So we're going to be able to come back on wheels and in a week's time and take 7 people to the top right with us. And then come back in again when it's time to come back in and grab another wheel, and then grab another wheel. And because we got so much donations coming in, we can pay it forward on some wheels and bring them up to us. And it's going to be pretty easy. Let me give you this thought right here. Let's say you had 8 slots on somebody's $25 wheel. Somebody say something? Okay. Yes? Okay, maybe not. So let's say you got somebody that's on the middle of the 25, middle of the 50, middle of the 100, but they're not really doing anything. So there's 8 slots on each one of those, right? Do you know that's only $1,400 to have 8 people occupy the 25, the 50, and the $100 wheel? That means 8 people. If you were to pay it forward or something like that, it's only a $1,400 proposition to bring 8 new people to archive that person's wheel. Therefore, creating the archive wheel for one, but now they're about to create the 15 archive wheels, which is a self-sustaining wrecking ball, right? You get to go through all 9 levels self-sustaining. So there's a lot of things that we're going to be able to do here in the next couple of months to go back and get everybody to come along. So that's my final thoughts on the wheels and a little bit about the money. Is there any questions about that before we come back and close out? Anybody?
Unmute yourself.
If you got to talk, unmute yourself.
Can you hear me, Mike?
I can now, sir.
Oh, okay. No, I wanted to ask a question about the capture page. And in line with what you were talking about, it might be a good idea for everybody just to send everybody, all your team members, your direct team members, send them a copy of the capture page so we can get people signing up for it. That's going to be on us to do.
It is.
And also, that situation that Mike and Jeff had when and I just want to know if you're gonna get a chance to talk to Sam Warren and Cedric, but you know, the one that sends you directly to our bike office at CCF, and if these people punch in themselves the way it is now, based on what Michael Bolton told me, then what would happen is if admin gets the numbers and we don't have any phone numbers, Mike, we won't be able to. Admin's not going to give us a number. We've been through that big and pleaded and everything else and still got a goose egg. So is that something that they might be able to alter or modify or give us an option in terms of how we can get the numbers before it, or let us punch them in ourselves?
No, here's the solution. Here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
In that original email, there was 2 links there, and I was talking to Angelina about that. I'm formulating my questions, and I'm getting a lot of feedback from people who's registering, so that when I go back to Sam Warren and Cedric, I'll be able to tell them exactly what we want. And what's happening is we don't even want the opportunity for somebody to mess it up. And one reason why it was messed up because we had more than one pathway to go. And we want to make sure there's only one pathway, because if that other pathway that Mike Bolton took, and that I also took because I have also experienced that directly, where I went straight into my CCF page and I was like, well, where is my registration? Well, Angelina had already did my registration, and I was confused. And but I don't even want that pathway to even exist before somebody can put down their capture page information. So that is one of the things I'm going to be talking to Sam Warren and them about. Did you have anything to add to that, Angela?
The email that I sent to the key leaders, it had 2 links, but the second link was an example of how your URL link is supposed to look when you send it out to everyone that you want to send it out to. The first link, I shouldn't have put the second link, but I should have like unhyperlinked it
Right.
Before I sent it out, because that was just an example of how your URL is supposed to look. The first link was for you to click on to register. But that's why I also sent out the email again from MailChimp for everyone to register. Now, the key leaders, I know Mike Bolton, he had sent an email to me and Michael, and also Jeff Cohen, and we got y'all straight, right? Mr. Mike Bolton, you straight?
Hello? Yes, I'm here. I'm hearing. What are your
Jeff?
question? If I'm straight?
Yes.
In terms of getting in the back office of 2 ordinary guys, yes. I get in the back office and I saw 5 other pages in
Gotcha.
there with Mike's overview on them. Those are fantastic.
Okay.
My question, the two question I have now is one, this capture page is connected to CCF. We want to cut that
But it's,
umbilical cord. We want to separate the two.
but
And
it's connected to your CCF. Once you put your at the end, like capture page 5, you put capture 5. Then you put a question mark. Then you put inviter. Then you put equal. Then you put your username from CCF and just press enter. Then copy that URL that's shown in the top in the URL
Address bar, yeah.
yeah, address bar. You open up another tab, because that's how I tested mine. You open up another tab and you paste it, and it's supposed to show your capture page 5. And then you click on, just to test it, click on sign up here or something like that, and if it should go to your CCF page. Now, if it doesn't, let me know and I'll work it through, because I had to do that with mine, and also did it for Jeff Cohen. I had to press, because he had an issue where it showed Team Dream 1 or Team 1 Dream, and I was like, okay, that's not supposed to go like that. So I did it myself with mine, and I pressed enter, and then I copied the URL, and then I pasted in another tab, and it worked. It went to
no,
my
the issue that's not the issue that I'm having. The issue that I'm having, it is connected to CCF.
yes.
I don't want it to be connected to CCF, because when they fill out the application, it goes to CCF back office, and I
No,
can't get the phone number. I tried it. I tried to do the test. I did a test as if I'm a new customer.
they're supposed to put in, because when I go to it, it says invited by, and
Yeah,
they supposed to put
yeah.
in
That's not
they supposed to put in your username. Like mine is
all of
OG.
that. Yeah, that's not what I want. I don't want that. It's not supposed to be
Oh,
doing that. You know why?
yours is
You know
separate
why?
from all ours.
Yes, it should be a totally different entity from CCF. When that form is filled out, it should get emailed to us, not CCF back office. Then we can call Mr. Smith and say, hey, Mr. Smith, welcome to Cash Crowd Community Educational Initiative. Da 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 da. You have any questions?
This is how it's going to go, Mike. Mike, this is how it's going to go. When you create your hyperlink, your URL with your username on there for any one of the 5 capture pages or all of them, because you can use multiple ones. Yeah. Whenever somebody fills out that, whenever they get that, it's going to go to your CCF, but it's going to be a profile sheet in your CCF back office. You'll get the email saying, you know, here's a person that's registered to come into CCF. That's what's been happening so far.
But you won't get the phone number.
Because remember the form, the 4 pieces of information requires a name, their username, their email, and their phone number on that profile sheet, and you get that in your email. It's coming from
you're not gonna. Oh, you're gonna get the phone number. It's going to the back office. It's going to CCF. Once you submit, it goes to admin. It's the same process as if we signed up before.
I'm just talking about, because there was a problem before, and let me check that out again, because let me look into that. And I understand what you're saying, and we don't want that. So we're going to check it.
The reason is, Mike, I have 30 people in my back office now with no email address. And that's the same way when I run my campaign, that's what happened. And I was like, no, that's why I haven't done any advertisement. And I'm excited about this capture page, but when the form in the capture page should be an independent form. That form should have anything to do with CCF.
But
it shouldn't go there at all. They shouldn't even see CCF back end.
But this is all for CCF. This is our marketing to.
I understand that, yeah, but remember, admin controls whatever goes to them.
Okay. All right.
And the,
I know what
and
you're
the
saying, Mike.
email comes back from admin. Admin is gonna email you with John Smith,
Okay.
but no email, no phone number.
Okay, so we need to like one to CCF and one to us.
I know exactly what
All
you're
the
saying. Yeah,
information.
because Bruce
Yeah,
explained to me.
we are the ones should be plugging them in.
Okay.
That means you can do your interview. You can find out if they know two people that have $37, and those two people can find two, and pick their brains and make sure they are people that's gonna work.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll
You
get
know,
that. I'll send the email to 2 ordinary guys tonight.
Yeah, cut that
Acting.
cord, man. You cut that cord, we're flying because everything coming to us and we're putting them in.
Okay, Mike.
Maybe 10 a day. Right, Bruce?
So, so I saw,
We'll
some
get
people,
that fixed tonight. We'll get that fixed tonight. It shouldn't be a big problem.
Take your time. I mean, you guys did a fantastic job with it, man. I love it. That's just right there. Once that gets straightened out, we can put this link anywhere.
Okay. Yeah,
Go ahead, Bruce.
No, I just, I saw Dr. Malone's text to the thing. But anyway, yeah, some people are confused, Dr. Malone. I am one. And I'm gonna call Michael Bolton tomorrow, and he gonna walk me through it, and I'm gonna punch in. But I do understand. One thing I do understand is we got to have a way so we get the information first. But it's gonna be somewhat. We got a learning curve here, and once we get the curve, it's gonna be a simple process. But there is indeed a learning curve in the beginning.
It is, and luckily we don't have too many moving parts. So here's my final thought right here. Right, we've been developing and putting a lot of thought behind what marketing material will we use and how will we use it and blah 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 blah. And the two competing factors were, we're somewhat of a close-knit private community, and then we're only talking about getting 2 people and all that kind of thing. It's not wrong to do it another way. We're just developing a culture. And so the good thing about it not being wrong, meaning people can do just about what they want to do, for the real, to be honest with you. But I have determined that our Dream Team marketing material will be contained primarily into the YouTube channel that we're developing now through Jaquetta Kennedy down in Columbus, Georgia, through Dr. Malone and Jonathan Ross's team. And so we're going to do that, and we're going to be able to house all our videos and stuff, the things that YouTube does. So we love that capability. And then our capture page is our primary face-to-face or our personal marketing material when we're doing push marketing, is the capture page, because all the information contained there is enough for somebody to get their interest piqued. And then we still like the 4x6 cards when you would need something tangible to give to somebody. And then finally, the fourth and final piece, so again, YouTube channel, 4x6, capture page, and the final piece is the 1-page overview. We're going to kind of get away from trying to do a presentation. We'd rather just do a peak interest overview sheet. So that's why I added the final page to the how the wheel works. So that can be the back side of the how the wheel works overview page. So you want to take these 1-page overview that I've already provided. We're going to continue to provide them on a regular basis through our emailing campaign. And then we'll be able to really contain the marketing material that we're using, so we can start to develop what the analytics are on them. What's the results of them, and how can we peak or do something different. All right, guys. Some of my family members are leaving. Happy Thanksgiving. Woo, woo. I don't know for sure. But so that's what we got. What do y'all think about those 4 pieces of marketing material? Look up there. Anybody got a comment on those 4 pieces of marketing material?
Great.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna take that as silence is, everybody agrees. So use those tools.
It's simplifying, Mike. I was trying to unmute myself. Yeah, it make it more simplify and easier to You know, it's like you're eating, you're not taking a big chunk, you know, you're taking small bites. So
Yes.
that's good.
People can
All
wrap
right.
their mind around it.
Like,
Yeah.
this is
Right,
Lou.
right.
I'm gonna give you a call back on this to get
Okay.
clarity on it. All
Who's
right.
that?
This is Lou.
Hey, all right, Lou. That's what's up, man. We'll do that. Hey, Jerry, what's going on with you, sir? See if we get Jerry to unmute himself. Jerry, you good, bro?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You got everything we're talking about?
Yeah, I'm following along a little bit. My daughter, she's on listening also. So
Good. So just know that we are all available, man, to include myself. We want to be able to make sure that people can understand what this information is so that we can use it, okay? So don't be afraid to reach out.
okay, great.
Okay. So that's all I got for everybody, man. Everybody continue to have a happy Thanksgiving, man. Love on somebody today. Daryl Davis, is he driving? Is Daryl Davis driving?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, just before you go, it was the same way that we had the training on the wheels and everything.
Yes,
Why don't you do a training on the capture page?
we will. We definitely will. Yeah,
Okay.
we will. Well, I think I decided to wait a little bit.
The two ordinary guys already said they're willing to do the training. So I just wanted to make sure that the link was sent out. And since nobody, only like 2 or 3 people contacted me because they had issues. Yeah, we need the training.
When we get more people, actually clicking on it and trying to get up and running, we'll hold that training probably in about a week.
That's great.
Okay, thank you guys. Y'all have an awesome evening and a great rest of your weekend.
All right, you have a
Okay.
blessed weekend.
All right.
guys.
Good night.
Guys,
Bye, guys.
everybody have a
Bruce,
blessed
Hey,
weekend.
talk to you
Mike.
tomorrow.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Mike.
hey, absolutely,
All
man.
right.
Hey, so I can catch up with Dwight.
All right, Bruce.
All
All
right,
right.
guys.
Hey, safe
Okay.
trip, man. Bye, Angelina.
Y'all have a blessed one.
All right.
All right.